Hey guys, Pretzelman 945 here. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast.
Yes, sir. What episode is this?
Hold on, let me check. There was a break last week. Uh, let's see. This is episode 17. We're closing in on 20. Closing
That's
in.
insane.
Yeah, not crazy. Um, so what's been going on?
Um, what has been going on? Personally, nothing wild. I've just kind of been working, waiting for, waiting to be able to go to school in Cali, so I can get out there in 2 months and go get my own apartment, and then that's when I can. Oh, bad. But video games and anime wise, I have one of each to talk about. Um, what had
Um,
I?
I,
You've,
I, I got some not as much video game wise, but I do have some anime I'd like to talk about.
okay. So, do you want to do video games or anime first?
Let's do video games. I'll go first since I have a lot less to talk about.
Okay.
I've just uh um my active game right now is Final Fantasy X.
Okay. Yeah, I
I
saw you playing that on Switch.
I've been playing a little bit of that, enjoying the hell out of it. I'm really liking the story and the characters a lot.
Definitely. That's one of my backlog. You have to let me know. I played like maybe a few hours into it, and then I went to boot camp, so I didn't get to pick it back up. But I've been thinking about
I'm like 3.5, 4 hours into it right now.
probably about how far I got in.
So I'm really liking it. I will let you know how it goes. Now you said you wanted to talk about Xenoblade, right?
Oh Lord, I have a few games to talk about. I'm gonna save
Oh,
Xenoblade for
okay.
the last. I'm gonna save Xenoblade for last because oh, do I have things to say about Xenoblade?
Okay.
Uh, so first, Metaphor ReFantazio came out,
Ooh,
that new game,
right. How is it?
and I probably would be way more in it if I didn't touch Xenoblade because I put it down. I was like, I'm playing Xenoblade first,
But are you
and
liking it?
so far I'm liking it. I'm maybe 12 hours into the game. It's good. It's different. The story, I think it. You would really like the story.
Okay.
Uh, what is the story? I can't even explain it. It's like this
Okay.
fantasy.
Uh,
Imagine a Persona
it's
game, but it's in a fantasy world, bro. Like,
that's what it looked like from the trailers. I'll add it to my Steam wish list and I'll buy it when it goes on sale.
very fair. Atlas does an amazing job as always. It's a game where I'm just kind of like taking it slow, I guess. I like it. I
That
just
is
haven't.
not a bad thing at all. I've done that plenty of times
Yeah,
with so many games.
for sure. I don't know. I haven't had the inclination to be like, I really want to play Metaphor right now. You know what I mean? But I'm liking
Yeah,
it. I definitely
exactly.
might get more into it soonish.
I do that.
But
I do that with anime all the fucking time. That's very normal.
yeah, it's just one of those things where I know I'm gonna like be wanting to play it later. I'm just not right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Xenoblade.
Was
This game.
Metaphor the only other game that you wanted to talk about besides
I've started.
Xenoblade?
I started a couple more games. I started playing the original Doom. I
Oh,
have a lot of.
how is that?
It's good. I uh
Fucking hell,
I
Metaphor $70. This is why
Yep.
I'm waiting for this shit to go on sale. Alright, it's added to my wish list. Anyway, sorry.
It's a game. It's dope.
Okay. Um, is it
Now Xeno.
like how different? Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
How different is
Metaphor.
it like to Halo by comparison for like first person shooters?
Oh, Doom. Well, the thing about Doom is it's the original first person shooter. You know what I mean? Like that is
Yeah, yeah, I know.
you wouldn't have Halo, Call of Duty, like you wouldn't have like that was the first, you know. And so I have Doom 1, 2, 3, 2016, and Eternal
So,
on
so
my
I'm
backlog.
just wondering, like, how similar or different it is to another, uh, like
Shooter.
turn-based shooting game like Halo or something like that.
It's very different because Halo has got like a story. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm just gonna I'll do a quick comparison of Halo 1 to Doom 1, very very quick. So it's like Halo 1, you know, it builds up. You know what I mean? Like it's a story, and you know, it's like a giant world. Doom, it literally like you click new game, it puts you in a room where you start. Metal music is playing, and you get a pistol, and you just go shoot aliens, and you progress as you go.
Okay.
It's cool.
All right.
Um,
Nice.
the music's great. I just gotta, you know, I guess I just gotta keep playing.
Okay. So before you jump into Xenoblade, I'm gonna describe the point where I got, and you tell me how far that is.
In Xenoblade 1,
Yeah,
you need to pick up.
I don't think it was very far, but I remember I got to the point where I think it's like when you're first in Gower Plains and you find
The kid, you find Juju.
yeah, and then the older girl who I think is like his sister or mom or
Charla.
something joins your party. That's as
Yep.
far as I got before
Yeah,
I
Charla wrote.
before I encountered some enemies I couldn't defeat, and that's where I had stopped playing.
Were you playing in casual?
What do you mean?
Casual mode.
Is that like the
That's like
easiest
the
difficulty?
yeah.
I don't remember, but probably.
Yeah, no. I
So,
personally played the game in casual. Like I
so
was playing in normal. You got
okay.
maybe how far did you get? You got like you were maybe on chapter 3, chapter 2,
How
maybe
many
4,
hours is that?
maybe between probably like 5 and 10.
Okay, more than I thought, I guess.
Probably, I don't know. I beat the game. I had 40 hours. So,
Okay. Yeah, that's
uh
about how much it took me to beat Xenoblade 3, so that's not that surprising.
yeah, the thing about Xenoblade is like it can either be a 100-hour game or a 40-hour game depending on how you play. It it and that's what I found out is there's a lot of side quests and a lot to explore. And I personally I don't mind doing a few side quests for level grinding, but I'm not a kind of person when I play a game, I'm doing every side quest, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing with Xenoblade specifically, and I didn't do a lot of side quests in 3 because of this, but um I mean, number one, you didn't really need to level, but like a bunch of the side quests are just fucking collectathons. And this is something I
Yep.
was actually really fucking enjoying about Xenoblade 2. The side quests are really good in that game. They feel like a lot more than just playing collectathons like in 3. The exception to that in 3 is these things called hero quests. I don't think you would have gotten far enough where you had stopped to like learn what that is yet, but it's basically like a side story about certain characters. They're not like part of the main story. Like once you complete the hero quest, they're like additional characters that don't show up in cutscenes, but are just like the hero part of your party.
Right.
And those are like really good sections of story normally.
Right. I think when I play Xeno 2, I'm going to probably put more time in it, probably enjoy it a little more and uh you know, I think I'm going to
Right.
how do I put this? I'm going to you know what I'm trying to say. I'm
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
do side quests and have fun with it.
Mhm.
I Xenoblade 1, dude. Oh my god. That might be like a top 10. RPGs for me. That
Seriously?
it was so fucking good. It was so fucking good.
Okay, wow. I still have it on my Switch.
Huh?
I need to jump back into it
Yeah, I
at
can take
some
it.
point. I'm assuming you got the definitive edition, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably go later. My bad.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good.
I,
But
I assume you got the definitive edition.
yeah, I have it. I bought it off my buddy. He got the he had the physical. So I have Xeno 1 and 3 physical, so I gotta get 2 physical. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Um,
that's kind of a problem because it's like a harder game to find.
yeah, I think it's like one of the rarest, along with like 3D All Stars.
It can't be that rare because I found it on Marketplace.
Well, it's one of the rare ones, I'll say. Um,
For Xenoblade, yes, but like in general of Switch collecting,
yeah, 3D All Stars is rare. I have a physical of that. Uh,
I have the digital, so that was
but anyway, um, sorry, I keep bringing you on tangents. So tell me, about the combat.
yeah. So I will say this about the combat. I the,
That was
that's
the
what's keeping.
biggest reason I honestly did not really like the first game. And in particular, I have to say my least favorite mechanic was Philip's foresight McThing.
Oh, you didn't like
Um,
seeing the future? I thought that was sick.
no, because I thought that it was like a really big annoyance and like interference in combat when you had to like break what you were doing to just like get a future vision and then have to like save a party member or something. I thought that was dumb.
I liked it because it was like, oh, this enemy's gonna do a devastating attack. Let me pop out the Monado shield, or let me do this so that person doesn't die.
I didn't really like that personally. But that was my least favorite mechanic about the combat, and I don't remember a whole lot, so part of this could be talking on my ass, but I do that a lot on this on my channel, so that's not an unnormal thing. Um, I felt like it was messy. Like the combo systems in 3, they felt like they made much more sense than in
Yeah,
2. Or 1, I mean.
I'll defend the game on the fact that it's a Wii game. You know what I mean?
Okay. But you agree it's kind of messy?
I mean, yeah, I'll defend. Like, I didn't think it was messy, but I definitely was like, it was just such a learning curve for me.
Maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's just like 3 is like less of a learning curve. I don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. I after after playing like maybe a few hours, I got used to the combat, and like once you figure it out, it was like, oh, this is money. Like this game, like it just became so fluent. Like, after you figure it out, it just became fluent to me.
Okay. I remember I was really liking the characters. In fact, I spoiled myself on checking. I didn't fucking care. I Googled to make sure that Fiona, that's her name, right?
Fiora. Oh,
Fiora.
you got that spoilered?
Yeah, I didn't care. I Googled that shit because I had to know. I did not want her to die.
That is so unfortunate because that was one of the biggest like things in the movie not movie, biggest things in the game for me. I was like, oh my god, because
Bro,
Fiora is my favorite character.
I did not fucking give a shit. I had to know.
Yeah, I no, I'm glad I kept that. That was a big part of the reason I liked that game is like the Fiora twist and like the metal face and like everything. I was like, oh my lord, the music. Oh my god, the music is so fucking good. I
Yeah. Yeah.
like I was just like I remember
I
I was fighting
actually,
like an enemy or something.
no, I don't know. Who is the composer for Xenoblade? I'm looking this
Yoko
up.
Shimomura. Yoko Shimomura. So he also did Nier Automata's soundtrack, which is also like a fan favorite.
Okay, well, 3 was done by Yasunori Mitsuda, who is not someone I recognize.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yoko Shimomura, I feel like I've heard that name. Didn't they do like one of the Final Fantasy games or something like that? I think I
I think he
recognize.
might have done Kingdom Hearts and Seven, maybe.
Um,
Probably like
uh,
yeah. Hold on.
but yeah,
Japanese composer. Yeah, he did
3,
Kingdom Hearts,
yeah,
Super Mario RPG, Kingdom Hearts 2, uh, Final Fantasy 15, I believe.
yeah, that was it.
Oh, it's a her? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Yoko's a female name.
Legend of Mana. Uh, she did Street Fighter 2,
Oh,
apparently. Super Mario RPG. Um, she did all of Kingdom Hearts. Xenoblade Chronicles. Uh, I'm looking.
Yasunori Mitsuda did Chrono Trigger.
Oh, okay. She did Chrono Trigger and a Final Fantasy XV. I don't know which one that is.
That's 15.
Okay, she did 15. All right. Yeah.
Okay. Yasunori Mitsuda also did Xenoblade 2. Well, I think it might have been like a group thing, like, multiple people all doing um the music for it. Apparently he also unrelated, but he composed the music for a show I'm watching, Delicious in Dungeon. That's funny. I'm looking at the IMDb right now. That's
Nice.
interesting. Anyway, um, so yeah, music is gonna be very good. I think that's probably a staple of Xenoblade games.
Yeah,
That does
I'm a little
not
worried about
surprise
two.
me.
I'm a little worried about two because I've seen some clips and
Of the
I
music?
already played a little. No, no, no. The music's gonna be banging. The game.
Oh,
Um,
okay. You mean like the combat and whatnot?
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that's keeping me from putting Xenoblade at a 10 out of 10, I have it like at an 8, is just because like I don't know. I do like Xenoblade. Dude, it's just so it was so fucking good. Like I was just like playing it, and the whole time I was like, how have I not like played this before? That was like my thought. I was just like,
Well, so it's not the combat that makes it just an 8 out of 10, right?
no, the combat I don't love it, but I got used to it and I liked it more.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. I've definitely had that experience.
And so I don't know, man. I was just loving it. I was just loving everything I was playing. And I'm a little worried for two because one thing I saw about the combat that I don't think I'm gonna like at all is when in Xenoblade One, when you attack, like Shulk has a swinging animation. I think it's in 3 too. Like when you move around, you still attack. You know what I mean? Like the base attack to
Yeah,
build up your
yeah,
limit.
it's like auto attacking and then like you combo different moves on top of that.
Right. The only thing I saw about Xenoblade 2 that I don't think I'm gonna like so far is Rex doesn't. I don't think Rex does that.
I'm gonna be so real, I don't remember.
Guess I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
am a
don't know.
little. it's just a little concerning. I don't know. I'm a little afraid because I've always heard Xenoblade 2 is like a fan favorite. Everybody loves Xenoblade 2.
I remember I was really enjoying the way the story was going. I don't remember like the details of the combat. I do remember I spent some frustratingly long amounts of time figuring out where to go. I remember that was something I didn't like. Like there a
About 2.
lot unlike in 3 where there's like an option that gives you like the quickest path. There were some points where it really wasn't clear like the easiest way to get there. And I don't mean like the fastest. What I mean is like the way to get there without running into groups of enemies that are like double your level.
Yeah, well, I think that's just I don't know because I'm in one. You could walk through an area and there's like level, let's say level 20. There's like level 25, level 24, and then there's just like a random level 80 monster walking around.
Yeah, yeah, there's that in 3 too.
I
Um
think that's just a Xenoblade thing.
yeah, yeah, but like in 2 specifically, it's like when you're trying to follow the map and get to the marker, every way you try to go feels like you're dead ended by massive like groups of overlevel monsters. Um,
Right.
so that was something I didn't like as much, but I don't know. I don't remember too much about the combat. So how was the story to Xenoblade 1? Like how
Oh
does
my
it
god. It was so oh, I was just like every time I entered a new chapter in the game, I just like I just kept being like, "Oh my god, this is actually insane." Every single time. Something would
kind of
happen.
sounds like my experience with 3. That's funny.
Yeah, I can't wait. I actually can't wait to play the 2 and 3. I already know I'm gonna love 3 because I already played like a few hours and I love like the combat felt good, the movement felt good. A couple of the characters I didn't really love. I was a little mixed on some of them. Some of them were cool. Some of them I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
My thing with 3, 3 has my favorite cast of characters in any video game.
I definitely I haven't played enough.
Believe me, in the beginning, I definitely had some that I thought were, I would say I didn't like them, but I thought they were much less interesting. But it feels like every single character gets so
Better.
fleshed out. And Noah is one of my favorite protagonists in all fiction, and easily my
I'm about to
favorite
say
video game protagonist.
I liked Noah, I like Mio, I like Uni, I liked the those are the only three I remember, but I like the buff guy, the buff girl. I didn't really like the orange guy. What was his name?
Hyos, I'm pretty sure.
Is he the black? Is that the black guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
he was kind of annoying, but I'm not fault.
he honestly I think is one of the best developed characters. Like
All
when
right,
you really dig into his character, he became one of my favorites.
we'll have to. Yeah, I'll definitely have to. I'm gonna get there, but I'm waiting on. I'm trying to find Xenoblade 2 at the moment. I've been looking everywhere. Um, I may be getting it for like $45 off Facebook.
That's pretty good.
So I'm gonna go check it out in person and see how it is, and if it's not a piece of crap, I'm gonna buy
Yeah,
it.
I don't want to talk too much about the main story because I still want to play it for myself. So like I don't want spoilers or anything like
Oh,
that.
Xenoblade 1.
Yeah.
Good, because I was just about to ask you. There was like, there's so many moments in that game where I was just like, oh my lord. I like put down my controller and I was just like, what? And like as the story progresses, you got one of the biggest spoilers. I'm kind of sad about that, but
Dude, I don't care. I had to know. Okay.
dude, but it would have been so much better if you didn't.
Maybe it would have, but she was easily my favorite character. I had
Yeah,
to
she was my favorite
know.
character. Other than Shulk, she was my favorite character. But Shulk's progression and like everyone's progression, I loved it.
I'm really feeling
I,
it.
yeah, he was really feeling
Sorry,
it. I
I had to.
Nah, it's okay. I I was just I was just blown away. I was just like, this is a this was a Wii game. Like that was my thought at like half, like most of the time. I was like, this is a Wii
It's
game. How
one
have
of
I
the
not?
last. It was like one of the last games on the Wii.
I was just like, I was starstruck. I was like, this is actually insane. I love this game is amazing. So I guess I'm gonna play two next and see how it is. I have a feeling my ranking is. Uh, I'll get this on film, so we can come back when I finish them all and see if it's this how it is. I think how I'm gonna like them in order is probably 1, 3, 2, but we'll see
Yeah, we will.
because I think
Um, it's like I
part of
need
me
to
is
finish
gonna.
Final Fantasy X first, and after that, I don't. I the whole point. That's the whole point of me doing one at a time. Is like I don't know what game I'm gonna play after that. Might be Xenoblade 2, might be another Final Fantasy game, just like whatever I'm feeling, honestly.
I'm also a little worried about not Final Fantasy, Xenoblade 2 for another reason. Um, so Xenoblade 1, I felt, at least from how I played it, was very story oriented. When I say that, I mean there was no like bullshit, you know what I mean? And like it was just like straight like story, 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 and I was loving it. Now I'm just a little worried about Xenoblade 2 because I've seen clips, I've interacted with some of my friends who have played Xenoblade, and I'm just like, I have found that Xenoblade 2 fans are how do I put this? They're gooners. They're gooners. They like Pyra and Mithra, bruh.
Is
Like
that what you're worried about?
not that. That's like one of. I'm like, I just don't want
Bro, fandoms don't matter shit. Just ignore
not
them.
fandoms. No, 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 not that. Okay, you played Xenoblade 2. Is there a lot of like I guess fan service?
No.
Because I have seen so many like because I've been looking into Xenoblade 2. I have seen so many clips from the game, and it's just like, bro.
I mean, not as far as I've gotten. Like, obviously, Pyre and Mithra's Smash versions are censored. In the game, Pyra shows more skin, but I would hardly call it fan service. And the other main female main character I've encountered, like Mia and other female characters I've seen, they do nothing of the sort. So I don't
All
think
right,
so.
I guess I'll have to get there. I just can't wait to play it.
Um, I did want to talk about a little bit before we move on to the anime stuff. So I was gonna have like six be the Final Fantasy game that I complete first. And I'm not like dropping the game yet, but I don't know if you've played like one of those 2D Final Fantasies before, but like, holy fuck, you need to grind.
Yep.
Oh
Oh,
my
which what?
god.
Have you which Final Fantasy? Wait, you've been playing the first six?
Number six, Final Fantasy six,
Yeah.
specifically that one. So I was gonna have that one as the next like game I complete, but like um I was really liking where the story was going in six. I think it's really interesting. I think it's definitely got like my favorite world so far. But like God, you need to grind so fucking bad. And even this is like the pixel remaster, which is supposed to be like a little bit easier than the original like
Yeah.
game when it was
Yeah.
released on the SNES or
That
whatever.
that's the
Um,
worst part.
like fucking
I
hell,
will I will not be
fucking
playing 1 through
hell.
6. The
You
only
you
with Final
you you
I don't
need to
know.
grind so much. Like I got to like the first I don't know, I guess like there was probably other bosses before, but like what I thought of as like the first real boss, and I got destroyed every fucking time. And then when I was like gonna do random encounters around the area, even those enemies were just destroying me left and right. I'm gonna put that on hold and come back probably after I've played some like more Final Fantasy, just like have a little bit of experience in how the combat works and like knowing what it's like to grind, I guess. But yeah, holy fuck, you need to grind so
Yeah,
much.
with Final Fantasy, I there's so many games. I plan on playing the ones I'm interested in. So I already played 7, loving 7, love 7. I can't wait to play the remake. I'm gonna play, might play 15. Don't know. Combat's a little too clunky for me. Uh, then there's 16. I want to try the remakes, obviously, and then I think I'm 9, maybe 9 and I'd say 9 and 9 and 10. Yeah, those are probably the only ones I'm gonna play.
I'm just in trying out quite a few, to be honest. But anyway, let's move to anime now. Do you have like a lot of shows you want to talk about, or like you want to talk about one in particular a lot?
Well, there's one show I did start. Well, it's not even all the way out yet, but I know you watched it. Uh, I've seen every episode of Don to Don that's come out.
Okay, okay. What do you think of Don Don?
That shit is so fucking peak. It's so good.
Yes, yes, it's so good. It's so good, bro.
Me and Taylor have been watching it, and we fucking love it. I can't like. I wish there. I just want more.
Me too. Honestly,
It's
I'm probably gonna pick up the manga after it finishes airing.
yeah. I haven't been watching. Not been watching. I haven't. I haven't been. I haven't been watching as much because there's just so much on my game log. I'm trying to like knock out. And
Also,
in the
speaking of
what's up?
manga, we need to get to that as well because there's a manga I finished I really want to talk about as well. But we'll finish the anime first.
Okay. I started Nana.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I've heard
I
a lot of people love it.
know it's like a music anime. Other than that, I don't really know anything else
Not
about it.
really. Not really.
Oh no, really? Oh,
At least not for me.
oh, okay. What is it more about then? Like,
I don't even know yet. I'm honestly lost.
okay,
I'm like 5 episodes in, and I'm not gonna lie. The main so get this, the two main characters are both named fucking Nana.
okay,
Girl, I'm gonna one's Pink Nana, the other one's Emo Anna. That's how I'm Nana. That's how I'm gonna describe it. And basically, they Pink Nana is going to live with her boyfriend in Tokyo, and fucking she runs into this other girl on the bus on the train that got stopped in a snowstorm, and her name is also Nana,
okay.
and that is and like the main character, I hate her, bro. Oh my lord, Pink Nana. She's so fucking annoying. I think it's intentional though. Like I think she's meant to be annoying. So I'm letting it slide right now.
Okay.
But dear lord,
So what
like
is it about if it's not a music anime, like I've heard?
well, the only reason you probably think it's a music anime is emo Nana is in a band.
No, I think it's a music anime because that's what I've heard. I've heard it described as that.
I wouldn't say music anime. So far, I've gotten more of a romance drama.
Okay. Um, is that all you've been watching?
Pretty much. I was thinking about starting that new Dragon Ball, but I don't know. How is Daima?
Really enjoying Daima. I think it's really charming, but honestly, like it didn't take a lot to satisfy me. I'm just happy with new Dragon Ball shit. Um,
Yeah,
so honestly, I don't really care like what's happening in the plot or where the plot goes. I'm just happy for new Dragon Ball stuff, really.
that's valid. That's valid. Yeah, I don't know. You know how I feel about Dragon Ball. I like it, but
All right. So, uh, I'm gonna make a dedicated video about this, like every anime that I watched in this season. But for now, my current like top five. Um, I think, um, fuck, this is hard. I have not really thought this out. Um, Currently, I think Bleach is number one. Firm.
oh, you've been watching Bleach?
It's very close, but not only has the animation been fucking delivering, but like every single plot twist, every single episode has just had more and more insane fucking plot twists that are just like the buildup of so many things, and it's been really like satisfyingly executed so far.
That's good.
Number two, I'm gonna say Orb on the Movements of the Earth.
Okay.
Um,
Wait, say that again?
Orb on the Movements of the Earth. That's the full
Huh.
title. It's a really, really good show. I think you really enjoy it, honestly.
Okay.
It's set in like 15th century Poland, and basically it follows this young guy named Rafal who like wants to study astronomy instead of theology, and he's essentially blackmailed by this other quote unquote heretic who believes in heliocentrism when like the church wants to only reinforce geocentrism, and it's kind of following that. And the character drama is really good. There's a crazy plot twist in episode three, and it made me very curious as to where they're gonna go with it. And the newest episode yesterday, I'm confident that it's gonna be really like I'm confident in the direction it's going now. It's really, really good.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
Crunchyroll, I assume.
no, Orb is on Netflix.
Okay.
Number three, I'll say Don because that is just so much fun.
I love
Uh,
Dandadan.
it's just so much fun. Number four, I'm gonna say ReZero because that has been delivering exactly what I want. It's not like quite the quality ceiling of the top three shows, but it's been delivering like exactly what I want from ReZero season three, and I've been loving it. Um, and then number five, I'm gonna say Ranma Half because that has just been so much fun, so enjoyable to watch.
I
Um,
got
Now in terms of other shows I've been watching, there's a few. I finished rewatching Alabasta. I need to make a dedicated video about that, but um. Bro, I forgot how fucking cheap Alabasta was. Oh my god.
you. Yeah.
There's so much good shit in there. Like, if Marineford didn't exist, Alabasta would be number one easily.
Of all time?
One Piece arcs, not anime arcs, but like One
No,
Piece
about like
arcs.
Alabasta. You have other than you said Marineford?
If Marineford didn't exist, Alabasta would be my number one.
Okay.
It's just that good. There's so much good stuff. I've been really enjoying that. Let me think. Um, oh, right, Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh yeah.
Totally forgot. Yeah. Um,
I just finished rewatching that as well.
oh, did you really? Very funny coincidence.
I love that show.
Uh, was a good show. I would give it like a 7.5 out of 10.
That's fair. Me personally, I have it at like an 8.5, so we're not far off. Um,
Um, I'm gonna talk all about it because I have a ton of thoughts. I really like the world building. I think what the best kinds of anime are the one with the best world building anyway are the ones where you can be dropped in and not have to have like every single detail overly explained. And I think Cyberpunk Edge Runners does a great job of that.
yeah, the
Like
game
I didn't know anything about Cyberpunk and I didn't really need to.
you
Which I
don't.
think means it has really good world building.
I
Um
will say the I like that show so much it made me dump 70 hours into Cyberpunk. So
yeah, you told me that. I don't think I'm quite the same way, but um I liked that aspect of the world building a lot. It's like a big strength of Psychopaths, for example, and I think it Cyberpunk Edgerunners does it very well. Um I really like the characters a lot.
yep,
Like David and God, what's the name of the female one? Why am I
Lucy.
blanking? Yes, Lucy.
I love them. I love
They're
them so
both
much.
fantastic characters. I loved their romance. Felt
I love it.
so it was so good. And you know me, you know I'm very picky about romance a lot of the time, but this one felt like very human, very developed, very satisfying.
Yeah.
Um, I really like David's character. I loved all my favorite thing is definitely just like the amount of style the show had.
Yeah.
I loved everything about that. The animation and action was fucking incredible. It's Studio Trigger, so that's to be expected. Um, music was really good.
All
I
that
loved
ending song.
I loved just the overall just like style and flair of it was really cool. Um Now my problems are I know it's only 10 episodes, but the second half felt extremely rushed to me.
I think it felt rushed. I wouldn't say extremely.
Well, maybe, but pretty rushed, I'll say. Um what I don't remember the name. What's the name of the big guy that's like a mentor to David?
Maine.
Maine? Okay.
Yeah. It's the end of the line for me, dog.
Probably my biggest issue with that is it feels like I don't remember what the name of it, but like the where they go insane from having like too many like
Cyberpsychosis.
yeah, that. For me, it feels like it comes out of fucking nowhere, and it honestly just felt like an excuse to kill off the character. I didn't really like that.
That is something that I guess would make more sense if you've played the game. That is something that could actually happen to you in game, and like that's like a normal occurrence. So
I'm sure it
I didn't.
is. I'm sure it is, but like where the plot progression had gone, like at the end of episode 5, to just immediately jump into that, it felt very rushed to me.
I guess I can understand that. I definitely don't feel that way, but I get what you're saying if that makes sense.
And it feels like a ton of like several other characters afterward are killed off. Besides main, I think it's like two or three characters total. And
The whole
it
crew
kind
dies
of
other than Lucy.
hmm?
Well, the whole crew dies other than Lucy and the mustache driver guy.
Well, there's a little girl as well.
The little girl.
Yeah, I don't remember what her
Who
name is.
who are you talking about? Rebecca?
Um, yeah, Rebecca. Yeah.
She dies.
Oh, not in episode 6 though. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, who'd they kill off? They killed off
They
Maine and
kill
his
off
girlfriend.
Main his girlfriend, and then like whoever the other one was that. No, wait, no, they didn't kill off the hacker. It looked like it. I thought they
No, yeah,
killed
no, they
off.
didn't.
I thought they killed off the hacker girl because she looked like she got a lot of damage, but no, she survived until the end of the show. So yeah, I didn't. I felt like that was like rushed in the sense of the plot progression, and it felt like an excuse to kill off characters. I didn't like that very much. Um,
Right.
Also, I feel like David's character, um, really like declining quality in the second half because it felt like just a repeat of the exact same thing that Maine went through.
Yeah, no,
It
that's
felt like
exactly it.
literally the exact same plot beats, and I was wishing for something more original than that, and I found that a little bit disappointing. Um, uh, I think those are like really my big problems. It feels like it was like in a rush to kill characters off, and David's character felt rushed, and it felt like they couldn't come up with something more original for his character. Lucy
What
the
would you have?
entire show was fantastic. I like, the slow kind of revelations of like literally everything that she's doing for David to make sure that he doesn't meet his fate was amazing. I think she's the best character in the show.
That's fair. Yeah, David and Lucy are my favorites in that whole thing. One
David
of my
is
favorite.
for the first half.
I like David the whole way through, but
What are
what
you
is
gonna
it?
ask?
Huh?
What were you gonna ask?
What would you have rather happen to David?
See, I couldn't tell you something concrete, but like something different than literally the exact same thing that happens to me.
That's fair. I was fine with it because like the one of the like sayings in the game is there's no good endings in Night City, which is very true.
Yeah,
Even
but
more
like
so in the
I
game.
feel like it could have been executed a little bit differently because it's literally for the exact same. And I was just like, really? Come on. Um,
Well,
I, I,
I knew it was a little
I feel
interesting,
like
but
they could. I feel like they could have come up with something a tad bit more like more original than the exact same thing. I was honestly kind of really disappointed by that. Uh, but I think Lucy is consistently the best. Yeah, I think it was like consistently enjoyable throughout. I think it was just brought down by some pacing issues near the end.
that's
Um,
fair.
like in the second half. But overall, I enjoyed it. Um, now speaking of Studio Trigger shows, I started watching Dungeon Meshi. I'm like 17 out of 24 episodes. And I really like Dungeon Meshi a lot. It's such a fun show.
Yeah. What is it?
So
I've never heard of that one.
basically, it's like um it's people, it's like a party of people exploring a dungeon. Like the leader of the party, Laos, wants to save his sister Fallon, who like got devoured by a dragon. And this dwarf named Senshi joins their party, and basically the whole stick of the show is that like whenever they kill a monster, they turn it into food.
Huh.
It's really, really like wholesome. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just like it's such a fun, chill watch. All the while, like the world building about the dungeon they're exploring is like really, really good. It's like gradually revealing details. It's another Trigger show, so it has really, really good animation as well. Um, and then, like, around halfway, like around episode 11, 12, there's like a crazy plot twist that just like makes the writing a lot darker and like gets you a lot more invested.
Okay.
I'm really liking it. I haven't watched it in a couple days, but I'm really liking Dungeon Meshi quite a bit. Um, I also started watching a show called Moribito Guardian of the Spirit.
How is that?
Um it's interesting. I'm intrigued so far.
Okay.
There's no way you would have heard of it, I don't think. I only found out about it because I heard it in a YouTube video and it sounded interesting.
Okay.
Um It's about it's a Chinese anime. I know that much. It's about like it's like really old. It came out like 2007 or something like that. It's
Okay.
about this uh female warrior named Elsa who's like a mercenary and her entire thing is like wields spears.
Mm.
Um and basically she saves a prince from an attempted murder and then after she like is rewarded at the royal palace and then in like the middle of the night the queen basically begs her to protect the prince uh for the rest of his life basically and provide for him because otherwise he's just going to keep getting murdered and it's kind of like focusing on their relationship. And I'm intrigued so far. I've watched like 6 episodes. I like it. It's cool.
Mm. Okay.
Let me
That
think.
sounds pretty.
What else have I been watching? Um, uh, well, that's all the shows I've been watching. I've watched a few movies as well. That I want to talk about. Um, I rewatched Princess Mononoke. Um, uh, that was really good on rewatch. Have you seen Princess Mononoke?
Yeah. I watched it a few months ago for the first time.
I rewatched it like a couple of days ago, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. The only thing is, I didn't really like Ashitaka that much.
Was that
Um,
the girl or the guy?
it's the guy is the main character. I like him in the beginning, but like toward the middle and the end, he becomes a lot less interesting because it's clear he just wants to get San in his pants. Uh, and I think
I
it
didn't think
makes
that.
I don't think it's bad. I just didn't like him as much, and I thought it got a little bit like annoying in that respect. Kind of one note, I guess, is a good way to describe it. I thought like toward the middle of the movie, his character got a lot more one note because of that aspect. But I still really enjoyed it. I just realized I slightly prefer Howl's Moving Castle.
I haven't
That
seen that one.
that's my favorite Ghibli movie. Um, and I also watched My Neighbor Totoro for the first time.
I haven't seen that one yet.
That was such a cute movie. It didn't really have like much of an overarching plot. Honestly, most of the plot is just like a family moves into a house, and then what they like are exploring the forest around them, and there's like the Totoros, which are like the forest spirits all around them. But like, it doesn't really need an overarching plot. It's just like really cute, and very very wholesome. Um,
Okay.
and then I also watched Perfect Blue.
How was that?
Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is though.
Oh my god, it was a fucking incredible movie. God, it was so good.
Okay.
Um, I don't know why I keep watching movies that just fuck my brain chemistry up, but I do. Uh, so basically, Perfect Blue is about this pop idol who is trying to become an actress, and so she gets a role in this like crime drama series, but it's like difficult for her to change her public image.
Okay.
Um, and she was so popular as like a pop idol that like he starts getting essentially like stalked and harassed a lot, uh like insane amounts of stalking. um and she starts seeing like these she starts having a much harder time like being able to distinguish like reality from like um hallucinations and like not going insane. um
Yeah.
and then there is like an absolutely insane plot twist. It's like one of the best executed plot twists I've ever seen that like fully brings everything together. And it's geniusly directed because it makes use of like so many camera shots, and it like uses this idea of perspectives. So, like, the audience knows as much about what's going on as the main character. So whenever she sees like hallucinations and is like going, "What the fuck is going on?" You, as the audience, are also like, "What the fuck is going on?" Um,
Damn.
it is really, it's so good. It's so good. And
Okay.
it's the first film in quite a while. It has like genuinely stressed me out while watching, and that does not happen often while I watch films. I just get like genuinely stressed about what's gonna happen. But and this movie's short too. It's like only an hour and 20 minutes,
Okay.
so
I'm gonna have to
it's
watch
it's
it.
not gonna take up that much time. And oh, like I said, the plot twist near the end, one of the best executed plot twists I've ever fucking seen. Um,
Okay.
Absolutely brilliant movie.
I'll have to
Um,
check.
it will definitely fuck with your brain hard. Just fair warning. Uh,
What?
um,
What's the name again?
Perfect Blue.
Perfect Blue. Okay.
Mhm. Um, yeah, that's all the stuff I've been watching. Now, that manga series I want to talk about. I finally finished Yu Yu Hakusho.
What's that?
I finished Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, how's Yu Yu Hakusho?
Really great, like entire way through.
Okay.
I really really enjoyed it. I'm sure that I'm far from the first person to say this, but like Dark Tournament is fucking peak shonen. Um, it's like tied for my favorite tournament arc of all time.
Damn.
Um, Kogoro is such a good villain. It has really good villains. The power system is very similar to Nen, but like in a different way. It's called Aura, but it doesn't have nearly as many like rules to it as Nen. Uh, it's basically like the precursor to Nen, essentially.
Okay.
It's like Nen but with like a lot less detail in it, but it's still a good power system. I really like all the characters. My favorite of like the main group was Kurama. Um, uh, but knowing you, if you watch the regular Yu Hakusho, I feel like you would really like Hiei. Um,
Okay. Yeah, that's like
but I,
the sword guy. He's got the black cloak or whatever
yeah,
on.
yeah. He was cool. I liked all the characters, but Kurama was my favorite.
Is that the main character or I don't know
Yeah,
that
but the
one.
main character is Yusuke.
Okay.
Yusuke, Kuwabara, Hiei, and Kurama are like the main four. Um, and yeah, it's got a really like fun, wholesome beginning that like kind of gave me like OG Dragon Ball vibes. In terms of like it's like it's very like almost slice of life-ish in a way. Um, and And then Dark Tournament was fucking peak. Chapter Black was really entertaining, had a really cool villain. Um some like messy parts. And then the ending was uh I did not hate it. I don't think it deserves nearly as much criticism as it gets, but I would agree it was definitely rushed. But um, I don't know. How much do you know about the way Yu Yu Hakusho ended?
I know nothing.
So basically, during that time, um, uh, Togashi, the creator, he was beginning to suffer severe back problems. If you even do a little bit of research into this, you're gonna find a lot about this. He was like hating to draw manga. He found it like a stroll to draw chapters each week. Um, And so there's definitely a big decline in art quality near the end, but I don't hate that. I don't think it's a negative. The ending was very rushed for sure. It was like a big setup for a new arc that was kind of just fizzled out, but I don't think it was that bad. I think ultimately there it was like an ending that managed to stay true to all the characters. I didn't completely hate it. I think it gets way too much hate, to be honest.
Okay. Uh,
Overall,
Yu Yu
really
Hakusho. How
fucking
long
good.
is it?
175 chapters. I don't know how many episodes the anime is.
Okay.
Um, but what this means is, I haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm gonna finally dive back into JoJo's.
Okay. You were on
Uh,
part. Where were you at? I don't even remember.
Part three. I got bored of the anime, so you told me to read it, which I'm gonna do.
I definitely think reading. I think watching 4 and 5 is fine.
Yeah, you told me like read three and six and watch four and five.
Three,
Um,
three, three's fine either way. I'm not gonna lie. Three's probably you're probably fine either way.
okay.
I liked 3. I don't think you will, but I like 3. Maybe you will.
Isn't hating it. I just got kind of bored. Um,
Yeah, I was not. I liked all the villains they were fighting. I was just entertained.
it just felt very long to me. Um, that was it. It just felt long, and I kind of got bored of it. Um, I read also like 2 chapters of Kagurabachi.
How
Um,
is that? I heard that was good.
it's basically impossible. It's impossible for me to give a first impression with something like this just based off 2 chapters because I literally have no idea like where the plot is going so far. But the art and action was cool. I'll say that
Yeah.
much. But otherwise, I can't give you any more impressions than that. Because I don't know anything about the story or characters yet.
When Kagura Ibachi first came out, it was like a huge. I remember it was like a huge meme in the community. Like, oh my god, Kagura Ibachi, he beats Goku, he beats everybody.
And now it's like really popular. And I've heard a lot of
Yeah.
people say it's really fucking good, which is why I was kind of interested in trying it out. To me, since like there's only 50 chapters out now, so like it's not that unreasonable of a read. Um, but I was having lunch with a friend on Friday, and I found out that like he finished the Tokyo Ghoul manga, and
Okay.
apparently like Tokyo Ghoul Re is another continuation that is even fucking longer. It's a sequel series, and I was like, fuck my life, when am I gonna fit this in? Because I have so much manga to read.
Yeah.
Um like I gotta look. How long is it? It's like, yeah, bro. The original Tokyo Ghoul is 143, and then Greed is 179 chapters.
Hey, you cooked.
Fucking hell, yeah. I really am, because like I also want to pick up Dandadan, and also at some point I want to continue reading Promised Neverland too.
One game, you know what game I want to start that I've heard a lot about
What?
that you might know? You know it, Dragon Quest.
Yes.
Have you played it?
Um, I played a little of 11 of Dragon Quest 11. But like I got to like this part in the game where I don't think it was a result of like not enough grinding, but like I got to this point in the game where uh basically like I couldn't get past this certain area. Not like because of a boss or anything, but there were like way too many enemies.
Yeah.
Because like
You,
the way that Dragon Quest turn-based combat works is like it's like if you see it's kind of like um Persona, in that like if enemies see you they'll attack you and whatnot, but like the difference is like it can be like a fuck ton of enemies. So like if you only aggro like one in front of you, then you'll suddenly see like three or four of them that were surrounding you, even though you didn't aggro all of those in the same fight. Um, and it often led to like situations where it was literally just impossible to do because it was just too many fucking enemies.
yeah. See, we have a similar problem, but with different games. Because like my game backlog is like ridiculously long. I just can't. There's so many.
Um, I don't know if I'll go back to it. I was liking where the story was going, but I don't know. Like that thing with like not being able to get past that point, that kind of put me off to it.
I'm kind of
Um,
excited for the Dragon Quest 3 like remake. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I saw that. And I don't know. Maybe I'll get into it at some point in the future, but like, right now I've got like way too many other games I want to fucking play. Um, Speaking of which, what is your game backlog? Like the full thing. I want to hear
Oh,
all of it.
you want me to go through all of it? All right, I have a
Yup,
Google
the
Notes
entire
page.
thing. I want to hear. I want to hear if it's like more than mine.
I think it might be, but I don't know. Let me pull up. Let me open up my computer real quick. It's it's long. Let me.
Should I go first then?
I mean, I can go. I can do it real
Okay.
quick.
This does not count the game that you're currently playing, by the way.
Okay. Well, okay. One of them is on that near Automata. I guess that's. 1. That's what I'm trying to play on my Xbox right now. I gotta finish Tears of the Kingdom,
Mhm.
Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Demon Souls, Yakuza 1 through 6. That's 6 games.
All of them? Damn!
Bioshock Infinite, Omori, Final Fantasy 10, 16, 15, 8, not 8, 9. Um, Shin Megami Tensei 3 and 5, Devil May Cry 3 through 5 because I already played 1 and 2. Um, Alice Madness Returns, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Fire Emblem. Uh, I'm just gonna say like the act like Fates and what's the one with Ike that I have on my backlog? What is it called? Uh, whatever the one with Ike is. There's 2 games in that. Xenoblade 2 and 3. I have 1 through 3 on here, but I beat 1. Alan Wake 1 and 2.
Oh,
The
okay.
Cyberpunk DLC, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Jesus.
Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Okami.
I thought you finished Survivor.
I finished Fallen Order. I never finished Survivor.
Oh, okay. You started Survivor though, right?
Yeah,
I remember talking to you about it.
I gotta go back and finish it. Okami, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, Earthbound, Mother 3, Ghost of Tsushima, Skyrim, Hollow Knight, Ori and the Blind Forest, Chrono Trigger, Catherine, Dead Space, Dragon Quest 11 and 3, Metaphor,
Jesus fucking
Blas-
Christ.
Blasphemous, Doom 1, 2, 3, 2016, Eternal, and is that it? I feel like I'm forgetting a game. I think that's it.
You were never gonna fucking finish that.
I've gotten through a lot in the 4 months I've been here because I beat Dark Souls 1, 3, Xenoblade,
So many
Final Fantasy
games,
7.
bro.
I beat 7, Crisis Core. I'm
Okay,
finishing Near.
I don't have near that many, but I have a good amount. So in terms of Final Fantasy, I need to finish 7 Remake. I need to play Crisis Core.
Mm.
Um, for now I'm sticking to 9 and 6, and other ones I will add on a case by case basis. Um, so like whatever one seems the most interesting to play next is what's gonna be added to the game log next. But for now, 6, 9, and 10 are like the main Final Fantasy games I'll focus on. Um, I have Xenoblade 2. I've got Journey. I need to finish Echoes of Wisdom and Tears of the Kingdom as well. Um, I need to play Chrono Trigger. I'll pull my Steam back up. There was a game that I thought looked cool called Sky Children of the Light. I want to play that. And then in terms of like wish list stuff, uh, I have like I want to play like Black Myth Wukong if that goes on sale along with Metaphor
Hmm.
and Fantasio. So my backlog is like 11 games,
Yeah.
which is a good amount, I think, quite a few, but like Jesus, not compared to your like almost
You know what
30
I will say?
nine.
I will say one thing about Final Fantasy VII that you said you want to play Crisis Core. Um, I would. You haven't played Rebirth yet, right?
No, because it's not on Steam yet, and I don't have a PlayStation.
Play play Crisis Core before you play Remake.
Oh, I've already played. I need to finish Remake.
Not Remake. Play
Oh, before
Crisis Core
Rebirth? Yeah, yeah.
Rebirth. Yeah.
I've heard other people tell me to do that. Oh, and Persona 4, that's also in the game log. I'm gonna
Just
pull.
just wait for the remake. You're not gonna like the game.
I don't know. I got a comment that was like, you should just go ahead and play it.
All
So
right, I'll tell you right now. You've played 5 Royal and 3. 4 is you played Reload and 5 Royal. I will tell you right now, 4 Golden's dungeon crawling. I like it, but you will hate it
okay,
because it's very linear, which I don't mind. It didn't bother me. That's the biggest complaint, but it wasn't a complaint until Royal and Reload came out. That was not a thing, but it became a thing because Reload and Royal are very open. They're bigger. They're newer. Uh, that another thing about P4. If you don't know the big spoiler, then don't find out the big spoiler. You know what I mean? Like, don't do what you did with Xenoblade because that is the
okay.
biggest part
I
of
have no
the game.
idea what you're even talking about. I didn't even know there was something like that in 4, so I think I'm good.
Well, do you know what 4 is about?
I know it's like a murder mystery,
Yeah, it's a murder mystery, and
and it takes place over a certain number of days or something like that. I know you've told me about that. There's like something to that.
something to what?
Something to like the fact about like it takes place over a couple days or
What, the
I
whole
could be
game?
I could be misremembering
Yeah,
about that.
that definitely a misremember. It's as long as the other ones.
Well, 3 isn't nearly as long as 5 was.
Yeah, for me it was because I played
Well,
on harder difficulty.
I know there's like the royal part, but like even like if I include episode I guess to like my playthrough, it's like just barely how much I got done before I did the third semester in 5. Like I think like when I finished the original story, um it was probably around like 70 hours. And
You beat that game in 70 out, bruh. What?
well, okay, that's before the Marky stuff. Before the Marky stuff.
That's still insane.
Um, like my total with the Marky stuff was like 96 hours. And 3 by comparison was like
Let's say how
my base playthrough was like 40 to 45, and if you add
you
on
beat. Whoa,
the
you
12 that I did with Aegis, that's like 57 at max.
that's kind
I
of
think
insane. You beat Reload, and I
is it
guess you were
supposed to
playing
take
on.
longer? I did everything in the game.
Yeah, well, you
I
played
did
on
like
easy
all the
mode, so I
confidant
guess
relationships.
I think it's just because you played on easy.
Well, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. That's probably why.
That is
Um,
definitely why, because I have 2 playthroughs on normal on Reload, and I have I'm gonna guess. Fuck it, I can load it up real quick. I think I have 100 and maybe 50
between
now.
2 playthroughs,
Yeah, just 2 normal. Well, one of them was the expert.
like not each, right?
Oh no, fuck no.
Okay, okay. I
I
was
can
gonna say, I was
no,
gonna say,
I have to. I've played the game twice, and I've played a little episode. I guess I don't really need to finish it because I already know what happens because I played the original FES. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like whatever.
you really don't.
I mean, I'll probably when I'm in that Persona mood, I'll go back and play it. But I have so many games on my backlog, so I just
Yeah,
haven't.
especially because it's mid. As we talked about in a previous episode.
I definitely didn't hate it, but
I didn't hate it either. It was just mid. Um, but
yeah. Let me look right here. I have 140 hours.
between both, that's crazy. Huh. Yeah, I mean that's probably the reason is because well, not even easy. I played it on safe, or I guess it's
Yeah,
called
it's insane.
peaceful and reload.
Yeah, you just can't die.
Yeah.
Wild.
Listen, okay, that's how I like to play games.
That's
Okay,
fair. I'm
that's
not
how I
dogging
like
on
to
you.
play games. I like easy shit. Okay,
I mean, it's just funny because even on like normal, Persona 3 is the like Reload is like the easiest game.
I am sure.
4, oh my god, you would die on 4. That's why I think you should just wait, bro. I'm not gonna lie. 4 is going back playing 4 after playing Reload and Royal. It's like I still love it, but it's definitely like, oh my god.
Like even if I played on like a safe difficulty or something like that,
I don't even remember if there is a safe difficulty.
well, I'll play on the easiest one regardless.
I love
Um,
Persona 4.
I know you do. Uh, that's why it's on my backlog because I've heard really good things about it, and I have it on my Switch.
It makes me sad though. The Persona community, I hate it. I hate it so much because like 4, like before Persona got popular, like I don't know what it was, but like the community, like everyone loved it. Like everyone loved 4. Every every Persona fan I talk to now, they're just like, 4 is mid, and I'm like, bro, you're being pampered by Atlas with these remakes. You have no idea.
I don't know. This is like, I'm new to Persona, so like, I just know it's my favorite game series.
It's so peak. I love
It's the
4
best game
3.
series. It's the best game series.
It is peak.
Um,
Yeah, but I need to play. Dude, yeah, I've so many games, so many long ones too. A lot of quick
dude,
ones though. Like,
you have like almost fucking 30.
yeah, I think just
That's
about.
that's crazy. You ain't gonna finish that amount of games for like a decade.
I think I'll finish in maybe a few years. I think I'll finish that whole list in a few years.
Yeah, but bro, a few years. You hear what you're saying?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of games. So
Jeez. Uh, but yeah. So, something I was curious about going back to anime for a little bit. Have you dropped any shows?
in general,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Like,
I've kind.
how many would you say?
I mean, I don't remember off the top of my head, but
Like in a
definitely.
year?
I mean, I kind of dropped One Piece. So I mean, there's that. I stopped watching Bleach.
Oh, wow,
Uh,
okay.
I dropped Black Clover.
Criminal.
Uh,
Criminal.
I dropped. It's not even like dropping. It's just like I don't know. I
Well,
just
was
this
there
is
anything you stopped watching because you just thought it was like shit, or like not what you thought it was at all?
oh Haikyuu.
Really?
I don't fucking like sports shows. I love sports. I like watching sports. I hate sports shows. They're so fucking stupid.
I want to. My goal with reading Slam Dunk is to see if I like sports stuff.
If you like it, good for you. But like, I watched Haikyuu. I watched Blue Lock. I didn't finish either of them.
Oh,
Uh, I
really?
s-
Okay. Dang.
I started Kuroko no Basket. Didn't finish it. I watched one episode. And I was like, I'm not fucking watching this.
What about besides that?
Mm, have you ever heard of Seraph of the End?
I have. I have not watched it though.
It's good. I just stopped watching it. That's the
You just
one.
you just stopped watching it. Okay.
Just kind of stopped watching it. What's another? And I dropped. Hmm. I think those are the only ones I've really like just not watched.
No, really. because I just watched like a fuck ton of shows. I was just wondering if there was like any you found where like shit, and you just stopped watching because of that reason. There are a few that I dropped. It's many, but yeah, it's four. Uh, I dropped Naruto because I got bored.
Very
Um,
valid. Very valid.
I dropped Toradora because I got bored of that too.
That's criminal.
I dropped season 3 of Psycho Pass because that was really boring. Um, and then I also dropped a show called Basilisk because it was not what I thought it was. And it had a really cool sounding premise, but it was just really weird, and I didn't like it much.
Okay. Yeah, not much. Torador is criminal.
I just like I heard good things about it. But I watched like 4 episodes and I was just not interested. Uh,
I mean,
Particularly.
it's a romance show. I mean, it's not.
I love romance anime. That's the thing. Like, I watched quite a few really good romance animes and animes that are not romance but have really good fucking romance plots in them, like Steins Gate. But I don't know. I got bored of Toradora. Um, but that's it though. Otherwise, like I mean, I've seen like over 60 anime and I've only dropped those four. Unless you
You've
count
seen
Naruto.
60. You're coming up on me.
I think it's seen like over 100 or something like that.
Oh, you have? Never mind then. I lied. I'm at like 110.
Me, I'm just barely over 60.
I was at like, I'm at like 100, maybe 110, 115 last time I checked.
That's still a lot to be honest.
It doesn't even feel
I've
like
talked
that
to
many.
people that have watched like over 200 and I'm like, how the fuck what?
People have been doing it for years.
Um Well, that's not counting movies. Uh,
Yeah.
of course. If you count in movies, that's probably like another 15 to 20. Uh, but just shows, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
One thing I like about Doom is the movement.
I've heard good things about that.
I'm just like, I'm playing it right now. Doom guy and Smash win.
He's a meat costume.
Yeah, man, I need like a fighter. Nah, I want Master Chief more. Not gonna lie.
Me too.
Doom guy and Master Chief would be insane. Imagine that like a joint trailer.
No way both would happen.
Biggest complaint about Smash is there's not enough. There's too many sword fighters. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just went straight guns on a couple characters. Yeah.
Yeah, 64. Sorry,
Damn.
I was
Yeah.
counting. I was counting. That's
Oh,
why
you're
I
all
was
good.
so quiet there. And in terms of movies, one,
I've probably only seen like a few anime movies.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let's see. More 20, 21. I think like 22. I think
Damn,
22. Yeah. So
a lot of movies.
I've seen quite a few anime movies. I have plans to watch more, especially a lot more Ghibli films. Um, oh, so I gotta tell you about something crazy that happened. Um,
What happened?
I lost my debit card.
You locked your debit card?
Yeah.
Ow.
I got a new one like on Tuesday, so this happened a little bit ago, but um basically like I left when I went to breakfast with my mom one morning, I left my card in the check thing. And I didn't notice until the next evening when I was pulling up through the drive-through and I was like, oh shit, where'd my card go? But at the time, I didn't remember where my card had went, so I canceled it and ordered a new one.
Nice.
That was it was kind of a pain for a couple days though.
Yeah. Do you
But
use Apple Pay?
I use my credit card mostly.
I say because if you have your credit, you can put your debit card on like I'm sure you know like your phone, and you can just like tap
Yeah,
it.
I didn't know Wells Fargo, which is like the bank I use. I didn't know it had that like feature where you could like, you know, put it on there like prematurely, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a little scary.
Very.
Um,
I used to have Wells Fargo. I liked them.
who do you use now?
Navy Federal.
Oh, is that like what they give you like when you enter into the military or whatever?
No, no, no. It's just like a bank account, but the only people who can use this bank account are active duty, uh, retired, and military
Oh,
spouses.
you could keep this account even after your stint is up.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's retired military as well.
Nice. Otherwise, I have another Japanese test tomorrow.
Yeah. How's that gonna go?
Um, I've been like doing the study guide today, on and off in between some other things. But uh, I think it's gonna go well. I think I have a good grasp of the concepts. I'm still really loving it. Definitely my favorite class. I
Nice.
actually register for classes next semester. Like this semester classes tomorrow. Like my time ticket opens up tomorrow at like 12 something. The exact time doesn't matter that much.
That's sick. I
Yeah.
know. We just started learning Japanese on our own.
Hmm.
I need to. I need to start.
Is that like the language you'd want to learn?
Yeah. If there would be any language, it'd probably be that one.
I won't bullshit it. It's hard. Uh,
Oh, I know. It's very hard.
I don't. I don't think it's nearly as hard as people say it is, though. Um, for becoming fluent, I could totally believe that. But like, for the amount that I want to learn and for my purposes of learning Japanese, I it's not nearly as hard as I've heard so many people say it is. Um,
Yeah.
my goal with Japanese is to be able to visit Japan, like take a trip, like I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, something, whatever my first like trip is or whatever. and be able to
Yeah.
go like the entire vacation with absolutely zero communication issues, or
Yeah.
as few as I can, I guess.
Me and Taylor want to go there for like a honeymoon kind of deal, but that's gonna be a while. So we're learning right now. So later we can just
Dude,
go and we
you're
learn the
still
language.
19.
I'm 20.
Are you 20? Oh God. Um, I forget when your birthday is.
July 15th.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you've ever told me
So
that before. Um,
I think I have. I don't know your birthday either, but I turn 21 next year. Thank God.
oh, oh yeah, you're 6 months older than me, so I turned 20 in January.
Okay. What day?
January 21st is my birthday.
Nice.
But I mean, yeah, dude, you're still 20. You have a long, long time before you're thinking about marriage.
Nah, I'm gonna get married next year.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Have you and Taylor talked about it? I don't know if she listens to these episodes or not.
No,
So I wouldn't
I
want
don't
to
think
be
so.
like, I wouldn't want to be like, spoiling any plans that you might
Oh no,
have.
no, 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 no. We already. No, that's already happened. We're just doing it next year.
Really?
Yeah,
Have you proposed?
yeah. I definitely told you this.
What?
Yeah,
You're engaged?
yeah.
What the fuck? I swear you've not told me that.
I definitely have.
I know you guys' relationship was going really, really well. Dude, I had no fucking idea you were engaged.
No, definitely. No, I know for a fact I've definitely said that. I don't think that's something I'd forget to say.
Well, I must have fucking goldfish memory, because what the fuck, bro? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a little early, but oh well.
That's crazy, dude. I mean, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
That's
Um.
crazy.
Oh, I gotta tell you what we
I
agreed
had
on.
no idea that like your relationship had progressed that far. That's going to be a great thing to include in the title of this episode.
He's engaged. You're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one. So, like, we're engaged or whatever, but
When did that happen? Like, when did you propose?
May.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, I do not remember that at all.
You know what's wild though? We were like,
That's
all right, we're gonna
crazy.
save up money. I'm gonna have to build up a leaf or like whatever, right?
Oh, I mean, for
And
honeymoon? For
not
honeymoon?
even that. No, no. Like because I have to build up leave. So like, what in order, like to go home, I had to,
Right, right.
yeah. So I have to save it up for like the wedding and a honeymoon. But so we were like, I think next May would be good. You know what I mean? She's like, yeah, yeah. And I was like, you know what we gotta do, right? She's like, what? I was like, we gotta get married on a certain day. She's like, all right. What what day do you think?
I mean, I'm assuming it's like the day you met or like anniversary. I wouldn't know what that date is though.
Nope. That's February,
Oh no, it's gonna be Star Wars Day, isn't it?
May 4th.
Dude, you gotta invite me.
Of course, bruh. I'm gonna have like
Like, are you like you didn't tell me all about this shit? Are you like gonna like elope, or are you thinking like massive wedding or what?
nothing too. I'm not gonna like too insane, but like yeah, I'm gonna have one. You know what I mean?
Do you have a location in mind?
Not yet. Here, could you pause it real quick? My brother is calling me.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no problem. All right. So I have to take a call for something. Okay. So tell me all about this. Um, I You like plan to have this wedding in a specific location?
Not yet. It's early in the works, but my plan is definitely Georgia.
Okay. Somewhere like not gonna name too many details for privacy reasons, but like
Right.
somewhere around where we like grew up.
Maybe around that. Don't know yet, but the plan is definitely
Somewhere in
just
Georgia.
Georgia.
Okay.
That's the plan.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's the plan. Uh,
So
yeah.
I'm
So,
assuming that like it's a Star Wars themed wedding if you're having it on May 4th.
um, uh, I mean, I think there will be Star Wars elements, but it's not going to be completely like Star Wars theme.
Well, okay, okay. I know some people are like really into themed weddings. I would not like
Yeah.
want like a totally themed wedding, but I would want like elements of things I really like in it, probably.
Right.
God,
Yeah. No.
bros engaged before I've even been in a relationship. Crazy.
I thought you
That's
didn't want
that's
one.
that's wild. This is legit like blowing my mind.
I thought you didn't
Seriously.
want one.
A wedding?
No, like a relationship.
I do want a relationship at some point.
Yeah.
I'm just not in any rush.
No, that's valid.
What I don't want is I don't want kids.
Oh, I can't wait.
You want kids?
Oh yeah.
I think you'd be a great dad.
It'd be so much fun. I don't want them now. Oh, fuck no.
Well, no, because you're 20. Good God.
Yeah, no. I'd probably do that around like late 20s, early 30s. That's when I would do it.
Yeah, because that's normal. That's when my parents had me. Like I think my mom was 28 when she had me.
Yeah, that's
Um,
like that's
that's
probably when I
normal.
would do it.
How many kids would you want?
Probably like two.
Like boy and a girl?
Yeah, I want a son so bad.
Really?
I don't want to. I mean, I want to. I'll take a girl, but I want a son. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I get that. What would you like know what names would you would want?
We have talked about this. A boy, I have no idea, but
You and I have talked about this, or you and Taylor have talked about
me
this?
and Taylor talked about this.
Okay. I was
That'd be
like, why
funny though.
would we have talked about kid names before this conversation?
Oh, I'm expecting. Oh no.
I mean, you
Uh,
did say via text message that you were my mom earlier today, so anything's possible.
anything is possible. I remember one time I pranked my buddy. Me and Taylor. I was at her house. This was like a year or two ago, and we were just like bored. I was gonna prank one of my friends that like that was happening, and he we both love Persona, and I was texting him and I was like, yo, I got something to tell you. I was like, what's up? And I found like a stock image of like a baby onesie. I was like, I
A
sent him that. I
sewing
was like,
baby onesie?
no, I just sent that, and then I was like, new confidant unlocked.
Oh,
And he was like, bruh,
that's
ain't no way.
genius. I'm so glad you didn't do that to me. Oh, I would have been so mad at that kind of like prank. Well, not really mad, but like, so what would you name a girl?
Me and Taylor like Aurora, like the Aurora Borealis.
That's a pretty name.
We thought that was pretty cool. For a son though, we have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you, I either don't want kids or I want only one.
I think one would be cool.
My logic for like only wanting one kid is because I'm terrible at multitasking. Um,
Right.
so I think having multiple kids would be extremely not like good parenting style for me, like because I would not be able to focus like the same amount of love and attention on more than one kid.
Right.
That's just like not the way my brain works. I know that about myself. I have for years. Uh, that's why if I were to have kids, I would have one kid. Um, uh,
That's valid.
I do have names that I would want though.
What would you name him?
Despite the fact that I said I don't want kids, I have like names picked out. um, if it's a boy, I'm thinking either Gary or Ty.
Gary or what?
Ty.
Okay, those are cool.
And if it's a
Why
girl, I
Gary?
was I was thinking what?
Why Gary? Like, where'd you get that from?
I don't know why. I've always just loved that name.
Yeah,
Like
it's a good name.
like I've named a lot of things after Gary. Like when I was little, I had several stuffed animals that were named Gary. Um, I love that name.
Yeah.
Ty I just think sounds cool. Um, and then for a girl, I would want Iris.
That's a good one.
Um, I don't know. I don't know beyond that though. That's just like the things I have picked out in my head. Um,
For for a son though, I think I want to keep it like how it has been. My dad's name is Scotty. My my brother's name is no, sorry, my dad's name is Scott. My dad's name is Scotty. And
your dad's name is Scott and Scotty?
my dad's name is Scott. My brother's name is Scotty, and I'm Seth. So I kind of want to keep
Wow.
the S going.
There's plenty of cool names that you could do with
Yeah,
S,
S.
believe me.
Me and
What
my
what
like
what what I would never want to do is name my kid like Dylan Jr. or something like
ha-
that.
that's yeah, that's just stupid.
Or Seth Jr. Like I feel like
Hell no.
nothing screams egotistical parent more than
More than
naming your
that.
kid Junior.
Yeah, no way I'm doing that. But I will say, like my dad and my brother all have the same initials, WSK. So first, I guess I would. I don't even know. I don't even know what I would do.
I
I would do
feel like
something.
there's still something you could do with that. Like, a cool boy's name that begins with W is like Wade, for example.
Yeah,
I feel like there's definitely a
my
way you could come up with a cool name for a kid and
my
keep
name
it
was.
like
You know what my name
faithful
was supposed to
tradition.
be? My middle name.
Hmm?
You know what my middle name was supposed to be before my mom decided on Seth?
What?
Sean.
It's terrible. I don't mind that name.
I'm like A on it. I'm like I cannot even imagine, but
My granddad, his his first name is Michael, but when he was born, his first name was Nolan.
mm,
Now it's his middle name, which makes sense to me.
yeah,
As to like why that's the case. Because that's not a very good name. Um,
yeah,
wow, I am still honestly just kind of floored to find out that even if you
yeah,
most likely told me before, that's crazy.
yeah. It's something. I'm pretty excited.
Oh shit, dude, you're getting
I
fucking married.
That is wild. It is wild to think about. It hasn't even really hit me yet. I can't. I also can't wait. I'm gonna be. Oh, dude, I want my own place. I want my own apartment so bad.
Really?
Yeah, I'm hyped for that. That's hopefully happening in a few months.
So, what are you going to California for?
School.
Like, what part of the schooling? Is it
Uh,
like to be an electrical engineer or
I'm kind of going into the finance side,
okay?
so it's
Remind
like a
me
school for
again,
that.
like what kind of job are you gonna do? with that?
Kind of like finance managing for certain units.
Okay.
I was gonna do the electrician stuff, but then I was like, I really thought about it, and I was like, dang, when I get out, if it's 4 years, 8 years, 20 years, like whatever, like, do I really want to play with wires for my career for the rest of my life, or do I want to do this? And because like this job is like a lot of jobs. I did my research because it's picking my whole career. It's like
Yeah,
I was looking at it, and like I could probably work from home when I'm like 40.
that's pretty good.
So I'm very if I can do that, that'd be sick. I can't like wake up, work, I work in my own home. Like fuck yeah,
So I'm
need that.
curious, when Taylor leave?
Where or how?
Like both, like when? All those questions.
In 2022, I was dating this girl, and what was it? Okay,
Was
do you
this
know?
was this like when we were in Mr. Coker's class?
No, I knew her. It was before that because that was senior year, right?
Yeah, Mr. Coker's class was the start of the year, so it was before that.
Yeah, I met her in early junior year.
Okay, so like late 2021 then.
I'd say more early 2022, but yeah.
Okay,
No, it was definitely
okay,
like the first month of 2022 or something like that. Because
okay.
so, do you know a guy from our school? It was one of my best friends, Thatcher. Do you know Thatcher?
I know his name. I didn't really know him at all past eighth grade. We had one class in eighth
Okay.
grade. I knew him a little bit then. Past that, like not at all.
All right. Well, all you gotta know is I was dating his sister. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't really feeling it, so I was hanging out with her one day at school, walking. And I met one of her friends. This was Taylor, and I met her, and then I on you don't have Snapchat, but on Snapchat there's this thing on the app where you can go to quick add, and it's like people, it's like your friends that you may know. You know what I mean? You can
Well,
just add them
well,
if that makes sense.
yeah,
And so I saw her
yeah.
on the app after I met her in person. So I added her, whatever. So then I dumped his sister, and I think I was talking to her about it, and then I hung out with her, and I was like, all right, yeah, I gotta lock in. So I took her on a date, whatever, and yeah, rest is kind of history.
How much time happened between those events?
Month.
Wow, that's a quick turnaround.
It is. It was really funny because I
I
was like,
mean,
"Are you sure?"
I've heard of quicker, but um, uh, have a really crazy story about that. Speaking of which, but um, not related to me, but would you want to hear that?
Yeah, sure.
So, okay, this is gonna be quite a while, so just like buckle the fuck in. This is a long story. So this is I'm not gonna say where I used to work for privacy reasons, but at my old job, um uh um I'm gonna use like letters for their names just for like, safety reasons and whatnot. Um but basically there was this guy who I will just call his name started with D. I'm not going to say what it actually is, but we'll just say. was this guy. Um, he was like 16, except
Okay.
he failed ninth grade like three times, had been arrested, was by far the worst employee like the store had I'd ever seen at the store. And this was like mid to end of 2022. Um,
Okay.
and so he starts working there. He's dating this other girl that worked there called O. Um,
Okay.
and then another girl named N comes. So D and O break up, and from this point, O is out of the story. Um,
Okay.
so N happened to be like a someone I've known for several years because she used to be a they're not as they don't really talk anymore, but she used to be a pretty close friend of one of my sisters, my middle
Okay.
sister, and so that's how I knew her. I know her for several years. So she starts working there, and within a couple of weeks, she was like coming to me with like talking about how he was like flirting and whatnot. And
Yeah.
this is my direct involvement in the story. Because like there had been some like back and forth flirting going on, I assume, and I told N I was like, this is a very bad idea. I don't think he's a good person. I don't think that you should follow up with this. Um, and everything turned out basically exactly how I thought it would.
How so?
So, N had been dating another kid in her grade at the same time, which, in terms of insane connections, was her mother. Her boyfriend's mother was like a teacher at Etowah, and this teacher happened to be like my youngest sister's science teacher. Um, like in when my sister was in like at whatever it was, seventh, eighth grade, I think. So crazy connection there. Just entirely coincidental. But they so basically she was dating this guy, and one
Right.
day N breaks up with her current boyfriend, and the next day starts dating D. So
Wow.
that's what I was talking about with quick turnaround. Literally happened in a fucking day. Um, and then there, like, um, like there wasn't that was the most juicy part was kind of leading up to it with the 1 day turnaround. Um, I didn't really know much of what happened in the relationship after that, other than they were very like weirdly affectionate. Like they did like PDAs all the time. He was always like hanging around waiting for her to get off work. It looked like really creepy. Um uh and it was basically just it looked very creepy, very weird. Um and then I don't remember how much later, but N's mom found out and was absolutely furious. Like, was uh, going through her phone and like basically grounded her, like made her break off the relationship, like like break
Yeah.
like made her like confined to the guest room for a long time. Um, and you
That
and that and I thought that was the end. But then I think like it was like February of 2023. Um like February of last year. And when I still worked there, I was talking to one of my coworkers about it, and he remembered something. and he remembered seeing that Gage, on one of his days off, had come to Kroger to buy a pregnancy test.
Oh my god.
And none of us, by the way, she did not get pregnant. Just putting that out there.
Oh man, that would have made the story funny.
No, 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 no. That would have been a whole other level, but um we didn't think that they had ever actually like had sex, but apparently they did. Because why the fuck else would he have gotten a pregnancy test?
Right.
Um and so that was the reason for the absolutely insane action by N's mom.
Hmm.
And yeah, I was bore witness to all of that. And it was absolutely insane. It was literally like the arc of a romance anime, it feels like. Definitely the craziest story I have.
What's that?
Definitely the craziest story I have.
Do I have any crazy stories? I got a crazy one about pregnancy.
Well,
Not for me, but
maybe it's like maybe it's like one of those ones I should like post on r/ask Reddit or something like that to get like featured in one of those like Reddit story reading videos or whatever. Um, 'Cause I feel like it's like a really good story for that kind of thing. But anyway, what's yours?
so my cousin, my cousin's in the Air Force. He's about the same age as me,
Okay.
and before he like left, he had this girl. He had this girlfriend, and they'd been through a lot. I remember her dad like passed away or something, and it was like a whole thing or whatever. But so he was about to leave for the Air Force, and he was like, "I'm gonna leave her because like I'm on a different path of life than her." You know what I mean? That kind of deal.
Right.
So I remember he that happened, right? They broke up, and like a week later, he calls me. He's like, "Yo, fucking this girl. She the same girl. She texted me. She's like, I need to talk to you about something super important and very urgent or whatever." And I
Okay.
love my cousin, but he's a little slow. I love him, but he's not slow, but he's the street smarts are a little slow. You know what I mean?
Okay, so they break up, and then like a week later, he gets his text from the same girl, like the
Yeah,
ex.
he's like, hey, he's like, hey, we need to meet up. It's very important. Like, we need to meet up right now. So they meet up in like a parking lot or whatever.
Okay.
And she pulls out a pregnancy test, and it's positive, right? So then
Oh no, did he get
he
baby
gets back to the
crash?
house. I'm gonna get there. Hold on. So he goes home with the test. He's like, all right, well, I got to think about this. We got to figure out what to do. He goes home and he calls me and he's like, yo, dude, like, oh my god, like she's pregnant. Like, oh my god. I was like, show me the test, bro. I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, cuz, I want you to do me a favor. Take your finger and wipe the line. He's like, oh, okay. She dead ass got a test, took a Sharpie and tried to fake it so that she would so he would stay with her.
That's crazy. That is insane.
And I was like, all right, one, you're slow for that because the line is very squiggly. He's like, bro, I don't know. I've never seen a pregnancy test. And I was like, all right, you know what?
Okay,
Fair.
honestly, I can't fault him too much because like I've never even seen a pregnancy test either, so I might have fallen for something like that, truthfully.
I have, but I'm just like, like, okay, yeah, like that's fair, but like, it was so obvious. Like, I guarantee you, if I showed you like the picture, you'd have been like, oh yeah, it was like a Sharpie squiggle. It looked so funny. And I was like, yo, cuz, you're fine. And then he called her while I was on the phone. Like he had like he has like an iPad, so he FaceTime. I was like, I need to be here for this. And he's just like, what? So like, you know, I found out it was like you faked it. And he's like, no, it's not fake. And then he, I was like, yo, you should pee on it and see what happens. And so he pees on it, and then like the actual test pops up and it's fake. And I was like, bruh, or not fake, but it was like, you know, not positive. It was a funny experience.
Uh, yeah, I'm glad I didn't get like baby trapped or some shit.
No, he was 19. That would have been awful.
Uh, um, yeah. Honestly, I think that about does it. I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
We've been going for 2 hours. Uh,
Damn.
so longest episode in a good while, but I enjoyed it. Lots to talk about.
Yeah. More Xeno.
Uh,
Hopefully, when I come back, I think next episode, I should have my hands on Xenoblade 2, and I should
okay.
have beaten the Xenoblade 1 DLC.
All right. Cool. We'll talk
Hopefully.
about that then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching, listening, whatever the fuck, and we'll see you later. Bye.
See you.